the energy that should just be allowed to come to consciousness and complete goes inward and is held in the system, and they're shamed for it, or they say it's not okay, or there's not someone to just normalize it.
Yeah,
And so it starts to
exactly.
become tagged as dangerous by the emotional brain, stored in the hippocampus, seen as whenever it comes up at an even unconscious level. Yeah, we don't do that. We'll just bit like driving a car. If you do it enough, we won't even bother bringing it to consciousness. We'll automatically put it in procedural, implicit memory. Every time an emotion comes up, we'll just put that straight into the shadows, straight into the body, straight into the nervous system. And
how many of us grew up like that, right? Just
yeah,
I was exact same with me. Don't cry, don't feel, don't complain, don't do this. And yet there was so much fear building in me. I was given the nickname the fear girl in Greek. And yet they would always try and calm me down. And so that fear never had the opportunity to move or to complete. It turned
so it was
into
coming up because you wanted to be frightened and someone to say it's okay to be frightened.
exactly. So we never
But
had that
then, yeah,
permission, right? And so I see that now. And again, I had my kids while I was very unwell. And so they saw that old Vanessa,
mm,
that old part of me that repressed a lot, that didn't feel safe. And so
mm,
as I started to feel, they got afraid. They would be like, are you okay? Oh no, mommy, be happy. But I had to teach them it's okay to feel this. It's okay. This is just an emotion, right? We allow it. It moves through us. And so this past last week was the anniversary of my father's passing, and it's always a charged week. And so I had some grief bombs show up, and I allowed them. And it was such a different experience where I was in the kitchen and something reminded me of my dad, and I started to cry. And then my daughter just came and she said nothing. And my son came, he said nothing. They just put their hands on me, their arms around me. And it was this beautiful experience of emoting and healthy emotion. They knew it was part of the
yeah.
healing.
And it also meant that their mother hadn't fallen apart because they saw that as a strength. And I think this is particularly valuable for men because it's associated with vulnerability and weakness. I remember the first time I saw my mother cry, I thought, oh my God, the whole world is destabilized because I learned that crying was weak and crying
Yes.
meant that you weren't safe.
Yes.
And, she just had on this occasion couldn't control herself. And it was absolutely terrifying.